Smudge the Hedgehog. So Smudge was a pet hedgehog that I used to have. He was lovely, he was absolutely adorable. Let me find, here you go. So that was the real Smudge the Hedgehog. He was a great little pet, he was an African pygmy hedgehog. And so it says here, Smudge is an African pygmy hedgehog. He loves to eat food and sleep in his nice warm bed. Smudge is nocturnal, which means he sleeps in the day. During the night, he enjoys running on his wheel. So that was Smudge. So during lockdown, back in March 2020, I was looking for something to do, and that thing to do, I wrote a kids book. So I didn't illustrate it. I just did all the writing inside it. I'm really happy with it, and you can actually buy this on Amazon. I published it myself onto Amazon, mainly for like friends, family. Sold a few copies, got some fun reviews, which was so much fun. Like, it's such a fun thing to have done. So I thought today I would read you Smudge the Hedgehog. Smudge sleeps in. And if you like it, you can. I'll put a link to it on Amazon, or just search Smudge the Hedgehog on Amazon. You should find it on like any international Amazon website. So, Smudge the Hedgehog. You can put your sweet little name. The sun was shining, morning had broke. Smudge began to stare, and then he awoke. Everything was quiet, peaceful and calm, but where was the sound of his beeping alarm? He looked at his clock. The numbers read 11. Oh no, he said, I was supposed to be up by 7. Hopping out of bed, he slipped and tumbled. Why did I stay up so late? He mumbled. He threw on some clothes. There was no time to choose. Picking up his jacket and putting on some shoes. His little rain jacket and booties. He ran down the pavement and hopped on the bus. The driver looked at him and muttered, "Why such a rush?" I downloaded a brand new game. It was great, but then I stayed up playing it way too late. The bus doors closed and it set off with a bump. As Smudge took his seat, he sunk down in a slump. Why would he stay up so late on a school night? He's usually in bed early. Something doesn't seem right. The bus came to a stop just around the bend. Thank goodness, he thought, this journey's near its end. He got to the school gates, but they were locked up tight. That's odd, he thought. They only do that at night. And then he remembered and felt such a fool. Today's a Saturday. There is no school. He set off back home, walking along the path, thinking when he gets back, he'll relax with a bath. What a morning that was that gave him such a fright. But one thing's for certain, he'll sleep well tonight. There we go. It's only a short little fun kind of bedtime story, children's book. But it was a lot of fun to write. And then we found the illustrator through a freelancing site called Fiverr. So we got all the illustrations done. I've actually written a couple it's cool to have this one out, and then, yeah, as I showed you earlier, there's this little page about the real smudge. And then there's a little bit about me. So this says, Tifferberry, Tiffer is a filmmaker from Yorkshire, England. He makes sure that Smudge has plenty of food and that he's always warm and cosy. In his spare time, Tiffer enjoys exploring. So it's like, Smudge wasn't that big, he was a little bit smaller than that, but it looked better for the cartoon. This is the illustrator. So this is Charlene. Charlene is an illustrator from Indonesia who loves all kinds of animals and nature. She creates paintings and pictures of friendly animals, just like Smudge. And then we've got Smudge. And on the back, we've got, you can't really see that, it's difficult to see. One day Smudge awoke with a fright. He'd slept through the morning as well as the night. With some hustle and bustle and panning through the day, will there be anything for Smudge that goes his way? Join Smudge on a rhyming adventure as he attempts to get through a day where he woke up late. Find out why he overslept and join him for some fun along the way. So yeah, this is very special to me. Yeah, it's a nice way to remember little Smudgy. It was a very fun pet. If you're thinking of having an African pygmy hedgehog as a pet, you probably should check local laws and rules and things. Not every country allows African pygmies. He wasn't like a garden hedgehog. He was a domesticated breed that you can get in certain places. Like I said, African pygmy hedgehog. I think there's an Egyptian pygmy hedgehog as well that has been domesticated. So take a look at that. There's or just look into ways. There's ways you can look after garden hedgehogs by putting kind of friendly setups and kind of spaces for them in your garden. Depending on where you are in the world, I'm talking about the UK here, but around the world there might be other things you can do to help the hedges. So I hope you enjoyed so much the hedgehog. And let me know. I can always read you